are not. Liar, damn it. What's happening here? And Showmatch 17 GMT on Sunday. It's going to be an AOC zone soon. I'm going to announce it there. Not sure if we can get the front page. We're going to the game, and we have a very interesting matchup when it comes to civilizations. It's probably random. We have Melkor as the Spanish and Feanor as the Mayans against DraCoNT Goth and Jon Slow Terror Burmese. Oh my god, this is going to be so fun. I guess from the 4 civilizations, Goth is technically the worst, but against Mayans, and that's what's actually happening here. Goth for DraCoNT against Mayans from Feanor. This could be quite funny and quite interesting. The only problem is if DraCoNT is getting rushed here, he might be in trouble. Let's go for the maps. Let's see what these games are all about. Melkor with the Spanish against Burmese. So Conquistadors against Arina. God, I hope to see that matchup. This is going to be so much fun. I guess it's unlikely that this is happening exactly, but it's possible in theory. Main stone for Melkor is forward. He's got 2 boars outside, 4 deer outside, and 2 sheep still outside. That's actually not too nice for him, but it shouldn't be a big problem. Second stone outside, but towards his teammate, towards Feanor, that's alright. We have the main gold safe in the back. On the wood line, actually, not perfect, but it's decent. And gold in the back is always nice when you don't have a back base here. Guess the back base concept is not so fixed in the team games. In 1v1, of course, it is. We have the 3rd gold forward outside, and I think that's all we need to know about his map. The 2nd stone was outside. Yeah, we've seen that. Who's the next player? DraCoNT. Actually, it's going across. So let's check Jon Slow right now with the Burmese. How does this map look? Main gold inside, but not so far in the back. So this could actually be attacked if Melkor can successfully push here. We then have 1 boar inside, nice for terror. 2nd gold safe in the back, good for him. And the main stone on the far side could be a rest, but I think that shouldn't be a big problem. 4 deer outside, quite far away. I know that he's going to lure those. We have the 2nd stone and 3rd gold then forward. And 2 boars inside, so Terra shouldn't have a problem here. Going to grab the boar now. Let's continue. We've seen Melkor, so now Feanor with the Mayans. Main gold safe in the back, really nice. And we have the main stone forward, not too far, but a little bit forward, 4 deer outside. 2nd stone also forward. I don't think DraCoNT is going to tower rush with the Goth. In theory, it's possible, but do I really want to go with the Goth to a tower rush? I don't think so. I don't see that happening. And we have another gold for Feanor on the right-hand side. On the far end here, this could be walled easily. DraCoNT asking an opponent. And I think Terra doesn't know yet, so nobody scouted their opponents. We have, at last but not least, DraCoNT, the dragon. Calling him Blab. This is so going to be so fun to watch them play 2v2 against other teams. With the main gold, not really forward, but forward-ish. Could be attacked here. 2nd stone outside. 2nd gold inside, but forward. Or the 3rd gold. The main stone safe in the back. Nice for him. And where is his 3rd gold, actually? That's an extra gold here, an extra stone between those 2. And the 3rd gold even far outside. Between the 2 players, at least it's not so much forward. Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of that trash talk here, I guess. We then are waiting for the game to get interesting, either at early feudal age, where we might see a rush, or, yeah, Arina makes sense, or then in early castle age, where we might see the first fights. For now, the players are losing their deer, keeping the gate open, the sheep makes a lot of sense. Actually, good job here for Melkor. He needs to go for a 2nd boar. Not going to be in time, but he's on sheep as well. There's another sheep, and I think the TC. He needs to send a villager soon here, I think. DraCoNT. What are you going to do with the Goth here? I guess you need a castle up sometime in Castle Age, maybe late Castle Age. DraCoNT now seeing his versus Mayans, and that calls for Huskarls. Problem is, against monks, he had Terror asking really, this is going to be so fun. So Goth against Mayans and Burmese against Spanish. DraCoNT saying, just kidding? No, what the hell is happening? He is playing against Mayans. I think that team could be everything from 2k6 to Chaos 1k4 playing. Once they blame each other, it's going to be over. The brothers, of course, will have the team advantage, let's call it like that for now. And we are going to see Terra go for a 2nd woodline behind the main gold. Maybe wants to cut a bit of space open here. Makes sense. A lot of villagers on the boar. 3 sheep still around. Is he going for the deer? I don't think so. They're pretty far outside. Can see his deer, I guess. Let's see for the scouting, actually. Melkor did not scout anything because he's been luring deer and getting the boars in. 23 population. Is he getting another house? Not yet, as far as I can see. He should not get housed here, but it's possible. the Spanish builders being faster, it might not be too bad, but 24 population, no house coming up. Now the villager's going to build a house here. Yeah, he will be in time, no problem. We have Jon Snow, of course, seeing all the relics, and I haven't pointed those out, but they are close to DraCoNT and Feanor, actually. Going with 2 villagers on gold right now. He should send villagers to stone soon. And without deer, he's trying to take the deer and to lure them in, but they're going quite crazy here. So I guess they're raging a little bit right now, calling stupid deer and whatsoever. He won't have so much food, so I guess 30 population, 29 villages is what he will need. Let's continue there. Going with the minus here. Feanor did not scout anything either. He can see 1 relic here. Got a boom. Careful. Feanor will plumes against you. Yeah, that's possible actually. He's not on stone yet, he's going to gold right now. The second stone was outside for him, was forward, but I think he will send 2 or 3 villagers, unless he's going for a boom and eagle warriors. That's an option, I don't know. The brothers probably not talking in the chat here because they don't need to. They can just talk to each other at home where they're sitting, so we won't get any information about their strategies, but I'm pretty sure they just conversed or discussed about that. What are you going to do? Are you going to see Conquerors and maybe plumed archers, or are you going for eagle warriors? Is anybody going for knights here? That's also possible. Melkor, of course, likes his cavalry. I've said in the game before we played 1v1, the light cav might be a good profile picture for Melkor, because he's doing that in a lot of Arena 1v1 games and quite successful at that. Let's check the scouting for DraCoNT. He went forward to find Feanor, of course, and he can see that Feanor is the Mayans against himself god, but he prefers to lure the deer in now. He got deer outside. Is that the first or second? Second deer coming in. All the way is on the way to Feudal Age. Terror going there first. Let's check. Resources for him looking okay-ish. 640 food in the bank. He was able to lure in 1 deer, getting the second one now. And we're going to see Market Blacksmith for him. The blacksmith coming up, the market in the front. And he is with 3 villages on stone right now. Should be able to click up at a decent time. Feanor next. Feanor got a barracks up, so we are going to see archer range, possibly crossbows against the Arambai. Eagle Scouts are also an option. Not sure what's it going to be, but crossbowmen and knights is what the brothers are usually doing. It's a very nice army composition, and it can beat almost anything, let's be honest. Maybe not a monk crush, but even that, monks in siege might be good against knights and crossbowmen, but in 2v2 it's a different story than in 1v1. And yeah, Spectator King Marv asking, why are not going plumes? But that's what the brothers are doing. I guess they're gonna go for eco, not plumed archers, and that means DraCoNT with a free boom actually might be able to do some damage later on. DraCoNT now doing double bit X, everybody going up to castle age. DraCoNT probably getting 1 more villager in, and there's a bit of Xing about, I don't know what that is. Scouts? I guess that's the scouts. Where are your scouts? What are you going to do? I'm expecting to see the players go for cartography anytime soon, because it should be free with Mortal Kingdoms. Yeah, that happened already. We have a blacksmith, a stable, and a barracks up. So that's the knights probably for Melkor, who's on the way to castle age. It's going to be their second. And we have the crossbowmen from Feanor. Mayans do get cheaper crossbows, or no, production is faster. Is that correct? Don't remember. I haven't checked that in a long time. Let me check that quickly. I'm noob, you know that. Well, if you don't, now you know. We have walls cost. Where is it? Archers cost less. No, I was right. Almost surprises me, but the archers are cheaper, so crossbowmen maybe makes sense. You don't need a castle then. Can go for a boom here. And a bit of Xing going on. There is 2 scouts against 1. Terra probably going to lose his own scout cav. And Terra going to be in castle age first. Let me check. Where are you going to put your castle? I'm expecting to see it in forward position inside his base. You don't really want to go out when there is scouts. Noob, he's scout. Run not to me. Interesting. Of course, DraCoNT opened the wall, so this is actually a vulnerable point in his base. He cannot stone over the Goth. And we might see Feanor go aggressive on the Siege Workshop and try to stop him from free booming. Terror is doing a castle in front of the main stone, so he probably wants to go for a second castle later on, and is saying, I want to have that safe. TC also coming up on the main goal of the woodline. Nice TC spot, can fit like 3-4 farms around that. That will be fine for him. He's housed on 30 population, that should not happen, therefore he's doing wheelbarrow. I think Melkor is not doing wheelbarrow because he is housed, but because he's got a lot of farms already, and is going for knights now. TC coming up on the main goal on the woodline. Another TC probably following soon, and are there already knights on the field, or is it scouts for now? Maybe it's light cav instead of knights, and knights only later on. Time OP, Terra's the first to Castle Age, can almost not believe it. You can kill both. Let's see. Might happen, but unlikely. Boso for DraCoNT coming in, Wheelbarrow for Melkor soon to be finished, a Monastery coming up, and I think a 30C gonna happen soon, or maybe more farms first to be able to afford a Light Cav. Now the Night Direction starting. No Bloodlines yet, but that's an upgrade that Melkor is usually doing as well. DraCoNT going with the TC on the main gold, getting attacked by the Eagle Scout and a few archers already, Crossbow and Wheelbarrow on the way from Feanor. So with 3-4 TCs actually, DraCoNT is going for a pure boom. And I think he may need a castle very soon, because this is not going to hold forever. And I imagine Feanor could go forward with a siege workshop. And if they are going to double DraCoNT here, going with knights, crossbowmen, mangonels against DraCoNT, who might not be able to get a castle up in time, this might be dangerous. Now houses and a siege workshop coming up immediately for DraCoNT. Having put up 4 TCs, he will not be able to afford constant village production without having a little bit of idle time later on, but he will need to defend against the crossbows for now. Crossbowmen going back here, and the brothers taking map control more or less. A few Iron Bar moving forward, 60 HP, 17 attack is huge. The wolf of course going down, and we will see monks and crossbowmen probably against those Iron Bar as well as the knights here. Jon Snow, Terror going with 30C on the gold in the back. 4 TCs up, Mangonel on the way from DraCoNT, and Feanor is not sending a villager forward yet. Was expecting to see a forward siege workshop here, but he's usually not going too aggressive. And we are going to see map control from the brothers as long as they can, and then probably a race to Imperial Age with a better economy behind that. Could be interesting what's happening on DraCoNT's side. I think Terror won't get attacked anytime soon, because there's no Conquistadors. A lot of Iron Bar already on the field. And 20 minutes in, we have 50 and 41 and 91 villagers for the Team Dragon, as I will call them now, and the brothers with 83 villagers, a little bit behind, but with more military for them. And they will be able to grab a few of those relics. There's one relic for Jon Snow already and one relic for Melkor. I guess Terror, seeing the relics, will be able to get a lot of them, but they are all on the other side. And Bodkin are now coming in from Feanor. He's with the knights from Melkor. They are breaking the wall here. This palisade will go down fast, and Terror also saying he's monks and knights, which makes sense here when you don't go for a castle. And I think Jon Snow will need to go to the left-hand side and help out a little bit, because otherwise the crossbow knight combination might be deadly against only mangonels. As long as this house is holding, it's not a big problem. The knight actually getting attacked here. But this might go down, go to showdown really soon on the left-hand side. For now, DraCoNT, 59 villagers ahead of everybody, obviously, with 4 TCs, good amount of farms up. Feanor housed on 70, is not on stone, so we're not going to see plume archers anytime soon. And Melkor is grabbing another relic here. They are still with map control. The monks going out, the knights, and Melkor actually 10 military units against Jon Snow right now, 12, but Terror is not attacking Melkor or anything. He is doing a lot of walking around and doing nothing, basically. Not sure what that is all about. Got a good amount of Iron Bar, but of course, if he's not using these units to fight, it's slowing him down, slowing his boom down. And I think now he will consider to attack the walls and try to do some damage. On the left-hand side, there is crossbowmen and monks and knights. I guess DraCoNT could see those, that's why he's axing. That means for now, Terror could actually attack. What is he waiting for? Honestly, why is he not attacking? He's just walking around doing nothing. Not sure about that. Hey, Amon. Nice to see you back here. And as long as they're playing 2v2, I'm going to try and stream and cast a little bit more. I was casting 1v1s before. But casting 1v1s, I prefer to have them as recorded games. It doesn't take so much time. It's more fun. And fast-paced casting is what I prefer here. The 2v2s, there's a lot of action, so the speed is actually quite nice. And now, finally, Terror is moving into Melkor space. Melkor sending villagers back to the TC. A big house block here. Maybe should have put them up more in a wallish shape. That's what's happening now on the bottom side here. More houses also coming up to have a wall. Where's the Iron Bar actually at the front? Ooh, they're going to take down a lot of knights easily. The crossbowmen now helping out. Crossbowmen should be good against the Iron Bar as long as there's a few knights around. And the monks could actually try and convert an Arabia too. The knights dying so fast, 17 attack, that's such a huge power. but Jon Snow has to run away, and there's a lot of crossbows. Those crossbows could actually die, but no, there's enough of them, and Feanor already regrouping. Handguard coming in from Terra. Feanor actually good resources right now with, what is that, 68 villagers going with the university now to get ballistics in, and yeah, like that he's missing a few shots. Ironbite taking down 1 or 2 more crossbowmen, but Jon Snow, not enough units, has to run away here. Handguard from Melkor, handguard from DraCoNT. Scale Mill also coming in for him. Let's check actually DraCoNT's resources. He will be able to click up to Imperial Age anytime soon. Going with the castle now to protect the second gold and the second stone here. I like that castle. It's a good one in my opinion. And also university coming up for him, possibly for chemistry if he ever needs it for bombard cannons, or just to have the second building because it didn't go for monastery. And Imperial Age click coming up for DraCoNT, 26 minutes in. And Terra now doing gold mining heavy plow. Let's check. Feanor close but not too close. Melkor actually a lot of gold in the bank. I guess he had a lot of villagers on that main gold. A little bit of an unbalanced economy, but a lot of farms up. So he will have a decent economy very in time soon. And of course he was investing into knights, crossbowmen and knights. Now moving towards the dragon team. Go full Huskarls, makes sense. They can even be okayish against the knights here. Let's check Terror with their second castle up actually. Low on gold, going with the TC on the outside stone. I guess he almost finished the main gold, only 100 remaining. And economy-wise, 83 villages looking good. So all the players going with a decent economy. Feanor also on the way to Imperial Age. But I think with DraCoNT going for Huskarls, might be hard for Feanor to actually have an impact in early Imperial Age. Instead, I guess that DraCoNT will be dominating the early Imp Ages. And then the question is, what are the brothers going to do against the Huskarl and Ironbite combination? Now, with Mayans, we might see Elite Eagle Warriors later on. 100 HP is quite a lot. And they are decent against the Huskarls. And we might see Conquistadors or Paladins for the Spanish. We could see Trash, Halberdiers, and Onagers as possible. And we might also see siege rams, bombard cannons. Spanish are so versatile. Might even see monks later on from Melkor. Is not typically doing that, but maybe against upcoming bombard cannons it's a possibility. Now Terror is still patrolling around with the Ironbite, doesn't want to take unnecessary fights here. Better Archer and Ring and Thumbring coming in for Feanor. Heavy Plow, Men-at-Arms for Melkor, so he's actually going to champion line here, or maybe Long Swordsman, but he's clicked up to Imperial Age, so he's expecting the Huskarls from DraCoNT and actually saying, okay, how do I counter that? Champions is an option. Champions and Arbalest against Huskarls and Ironbite could be really interesting. Depends on the numbers, of course. And DraCoNT now up to Imp. Townwatch 14 coming in. Let's check the resources for him. Looking good, actually. Could go for Elite Huskarl very soon. A lot of barracks coming up. He's not producing yet. Did he do Anarchy already? I hope so. If he wants to go full Huskarls, Anarchy should be done. We push Melkor, so now we're gonna get a little bit of strategy. Elite Huskarl on the way. And let me check. I want to know, Anarchy researched already? We have the Anarchy upgrade done. That's very important. Perfusion can come in later on. Elite Huskarl on the way. So this could be an interesting push here. The crossbowman will die really fast against Huskarls, against Elite Huskarls. Even Arbalest won't be too good here. I want to see the Mayans, oh, how is it called? Some arrow, is it? They're taking down buildings so fast, it would be really fun. Actually, Feanor also taking the extra golds already. Knights and crossbowmen still on the field. And the Arbalest, not crossbowmen any longer, but Arbalest now approaching castle. This is going to be a small doubt castle. Villagers need to go back into the TC. The castle is not going up yet. Chemistry on the way from Feanor as well. So getting all upgrades on the Arbalest. And on the left hand side, Knights still around, but DraCoNT on the right hand side, a lot of barracks will now start and produce Elite Huskarls, sending them to the right hand side already. So they're gonna try and push Melkor now. Melkor got Long Swordsman and 200 Swordsmen on the way. He's prepared for the Huskarls, and with the Arbalest, they should even be able to defend from the Ironbite. The Arbalest trying to snipe a few of those Huskarls, but this could be difficult. 8+2, that's the 10 pierce armor we want to see. So that's 1 damage per arrow. And DraCoNT is going to be able to spam a lot of those Elite Huskarls if he wants to. The castle will be finished, so actually DraCoNT bought Terra the time to get that castle up and running then. And 6 starting already. Yeah, now the Ironbite are in position. 80 HP, Bloodlines is done. Conscription Corporation coming in. Elite Ironbite might follow soon. We have DraCoNT, decent resources still. I guess Perfusion will come in anytime soon. Melkor, a lot of resources in the bank. Oh my god, Champion upgrade will come in any second. And I guess he should go for some siege then as well. The 200 Swordsmen won't do the trick yet against the Elite Huskarls. They're going to be decent, but not superior. Plate armor and champion coming in. And like this, the first push from DraCoNT is stopped. Of course, John Slow is still waiting for the mass Haskals. He's not going to go in with the Iron Buy and just lose his whole army. Elite Iron Buy on the way, gold mining, heavy block conscription from Feanor. Fortified wall actually makes sense against surprise pit-outs, something like that. And barracks also on the left hand side, so actually Melkor looks like he's preparing to attack DraCoNT on Feanor's side. And on the right hand side we're not seeing an attack yet. DraCoNT in the score lead, actually a team score that's like 700 score difference, it's a lot. Manipur cavalry is for elephants, is that correct? Damn, I don't know the Burmese upgrades. Just slow, resources looking okayish. Let me check quickly what that does. Oh no, 6 attack against buildings, 3 if that blocking about building armor, but 6 attack against building is good for the Iron Buy. A lot of elite Iron Buy, 85, actually they're fully upgraded I guess. I only get a +1 defense as far as I remember. Champion tracking, forging, stone mining, gold mining, a lot of upgrades coming. Obsidian arrow, that's how it's called, from Feanor. That's gonna be fun. He will be able to get rid of any buildings really fast with the massive arbalest he will have. Where are those actually? Did he lose those? No, there they are. Didn't see them for a split second. Now there is a lot of arbalists on the field, 46, and that's 80 against 90 military units. So actually a military advantage for DraCoNT and Chancellor. But I still don't see an easy fight for them. Now with a nice army positioning, we're gonna see a big clash of champions and arbalists, a few knights in the mix against. Yeah, there's a lot of Iron Buy. 53 military units for Terror. He's gonna be able to take down champions so fast. I mean, that's probably why champions and arbalists. They're not gonna do the trick here. We need something stronger than the arbalest, and right now the brothers are losing a lot of military units, and this might even be the deciding fight in this game, because look at this, military units dropping below 30, population not looking so good for the brothers any longer. And now, with those Iron Buy having the +6 attack, yeah, GG being called, the gate is going to go down fast, and Melkor doesn't have too much defenses here. Very nice first game, well played by both teams. GG for now. I hope they're going to go for the second game in a row. I don't think they're going to stop after one game. Maya not going plumes. We didn't see the chat here. I guess Melkor was already answering something that happened before. And the next game about to start. I'm going to be back in a minute. Need to take a sip of water, maybe even go to the toilet, but I'm gonna be back when the game is starting. I hope my stream is still working. Let me actually check if that is still running and live and whatsoever. I'm going to see the advertisement now. And dropping frames, a few, but not so many. Wow, I'm 2 hours live already. Crossbow Knights worse than other units. Maybe cheaper and better economy. But obviously not the best choice in this game, so I think King Marv is right here to say you should go with the plumes and the conquistadors instead of knights and crossbowmen, because they're just a lot stronger here, and you could put up better fights in early Imperial Age. And now the second game about to start. Eddie joining the spectators, so he's watching these games as well. This is good to see. I'm getting hyped for the 2v2s actually. They're so much fun to watch, and I guess they're also fun to play because it's offering a lot of different strategies. Next game, same colors, that's good for us. And this time Feanor is actually Burmese, Melkor Koreans, and we have Vietnamese and Byzantines for DraCoNT and ToA. Wow, this could be interesting. Saying Jesus, yeah, I guess against Burmese and Koreans, not sure if that's the best Civ combo. What team is better here? Burmese are just really, really strong. I definitely hope that Feanor is going to actually do the castle and go around by this time. And with Koreans, we might even see a tower rush, but possibly knights again, or crossbowmen for Melkor is possible as well. Byzantines and Vietnamese, don't ask me. Not sure what to do here. Byzantines could go for a monk rush, but against Burmese you don't really want to do that, I guess. And cheap trash, bomber towers later on is an option. I've seen that MBL against Melkor, that was quite fun at 1v1. And then Vietnamese, a civilization that might need to go for battle elephants later on, but they are really not the strongest arena team or arena civ, I guess. So let's go for the maps here, check out what this is all about. Actually, the rush distance between Feanor and ToA is quite low. They're quite close to each other. DraCoNT already scouting, or maybe getting scouted. No, he scouted enemy to know what he's up against. And we have terrors with Byzantines. Second gold safe in the back. 3 deer inside, which is nice. Main stone also somewhat in the back here. Not so far in the back, but it's alright. Third gold forward. Main gold in the back, close to the walls, but I think he will be able to defend here. I don't think he's going to get attacked too hard. Second stone outside, and I think, yeah, that's DraCoNT's resources. One relic close, but between the two players. See, the next player is Melkor, going across in the other direction. Yeah, that's where I like more. Feanor with the main stone on the side here, second gold in the back, quite safe actually. Not be able to get attacked. 3 or 4 deer inside, I guess it's 3. We have then extra berries for him just outside. Second stone probably belonging to Melkor. Main gold forward, so he may need to build a castle on that main gold actually to be able to protect it. Second stone forward outside, and that's the third gold outside, but not really far forward. Map for Feanor not too good, and I imagine ToA might want to go for tower rush, but they are playing Arina. They are playing the 1800 HP wall, so tower rush will be dangerous here. And against Koreans, we won't see a tower rush for sure. DraCoNT will not go for that. That would be suicide pretty much. Let's go on. DraCoNT with the main gold forward, 3 deer outside, second gold forward and third gold forward, both outside. So his map not looking good. Has yet to find 2 more sheep on the left. And in the back we have the main stone, at least something. Where's the second stone for him? And a second stone. So stones in the back, but rattan archers against Koreans. Don't know, probably not the best idea. So DraCoNT will have a difficult game here. Let's see if we can think about some strategy or some plan that can be used. I can, with a CD, castle drop him. Possible, could be interesting. Rattan archers castle drop. But you need to make sure that your villagers are not going to die against Melkor. He's probably going to have army. And the question is, knights or crossbowmen? It's going to be one of both. Maybe only siege. I don't think the castle drop will happen. The fact is that ToA doesn't know either. Castle drop CD, I don't speak lizard. Nice, what a nice comment here from DraCoNT. I like this talking between them. We have the main gold, I showed the map now, main gold for Melkor on the side here. Second gold inside, but somehow a little bit forwardish. The third gold forward outside. On the map not too good either. Main stone forward. The second stone, is that somewhere safe? No, that's outside, we've seen that before. So Melkor's base really not good. We're gonna have a castle drop and boom, we're gonna have hopefully Ironby on the field. And imagine Feanor going fast imp to get rid of DraCoNT's castle and then going towards Jon Snow, or Melkor attacking ToA later on. Could be interesting. Koreans, I want to see tower rush actually. At least we lose like man. Boom and castle drop. So yeah, the Koreans and Burmese seem to be stronger than the Byzantines and the Vietnamese here. Byzantines in 1v1 would be alright, but in 2v2, not perfect. Lizard man, yes, what are you going to do? I want to see more funny chat between the two players. Of course, I would even watch ToA stream if I wasn't casting them myself. Is that ToA already? Nope. but something like a show match. Actual show match will be Sunday at ToA stream. Going to announce on AOC zone soon. On AOE zone, sorry. Was preparing that, but then I saw an interesting game on Arina. I wanted to cast that as long as I have time. Peter Pan! Hey, Mr. Arion, how are you? Yes, I'm streaming. I cannot believe it myself, but looks like I found a little bit of time. I'm fine, thank you. I hope you're fine too. Long time no see, long time no games, of course, for me, because I prefer to cast and not play. Not sure, are you still active on Woobly or on Area 2 HD? Both possible. I do your trick, Siege Tower Castle inside. Oh my god, no, this is not going to happen. That would be so funny. So I guess it's going to be a little bit of a troll game here from DraCoNT, because, yeah, that's the problem with the random civilizations. They can be really unfair. How is work and family? Work, sometimes annoying. Family is fine. My wife is fine, thanks for asking. And she wouldn't really approve me streaming, but what can you do? I'm going to stream and castle it at least a little bit. And then gonna go back to work, actually. I don't need to prepare for tomorrow. Timo usually does army, so we'll get wrecked. I'll make it outside, so the castle drop probably on the main stone. Actually, Melkor is on stone with one villager here. Is he going for a castle of his own with the Koreans or just with the tower defense? We might see guard towers against an upcoming castle. I want to see what DraCoNT is doing right now. So let's go. Where's DraCoNT? 4 villagers on gold and 430 stone in the bank. Food looking good. 4 villagers in stone actually. And he should be able to click up to Castle Age in time. 3 villagers on a market. Is Vietnamese? No, Khmer is the civ that doesn't need the buildings. Vietnamese needs to build the buildings here. And I think 1 more villager and then he will go up to Castle Age. ToA already on the way, Melkor on the way. So actually DraCoNT is a little bit behind. But in this game we are not going to see military units from Melkor in Feudal Age. A little bit of a change, so the castle drop might actually be interesting and successful in a way that it's not going to fail completely. And we are going to see an interesting game, hopefully. We have Market and Blacksmith also coming up from Feanor, who is on stone with 4 villagers, so we are going to see Arumbai in Castle Age, which is the best decision you can make with the Burmese, obviously. Arumbai is still so strong. And DraCoNT going forward with 5, 6 villagers to drop that castle. Now I think we should go to Melkor's point of view. Cartography is done this time. He's actually scouting ToA's base, can see the stone outside. He will find the main gold if he's continuing. And the question is, will he be able to see that castle coming up? And that mining camp is actually giving a little bit of line of sight. And the gate as well. So if the castle needs to be hidden, then it needs to be somewhere around this gold. And I like to see DraCoNT's villagers move forward. Where are they actually? Don't see them yet. DraCoNT has not sent them forward yet, or am I just not seeing them? No, he's actually going. Oh, he's castle tracking Feanor, not Melkor. I thought he was going for Melkor space, but he's actually going for Feanor. Interesting. I guess I misread that. We have Castle Age coming up for ToA and for Melkor any second now. Let's see what Melkor's planning to do. 265 stone in the bank, maybe 3 TCs coming up, or 3 extra TCs, a total of 4. And booming this time, 1 TC on the wood line, another TC on the wood line, and 75 stone, 60 wood remaining. I guess TC now 3 will come up anytime soon. Wheelbarrow on the way immediately. This time I disagree actually. 8 farms is not a lot, but somebody said about 13 farms. Ooh, the castle drop is spotted on the main goal. It makes sense. 2 scouts against 1, and those villagers have looms, so the castle actually starting now. Villagers will get walled in, and I think Feanor does not have any military units out yet, so he needs to build a counter castle fast. He is still waiting for the Castle Age to hit. Slow Feanor, 700 stone in the bank. He should have moved villagers forward, and I think he should build a counter castle right here on that main goal. But it's not happening. Where are you going to put your castle actually? Might see a ramp push later on. DraCoNT saying good. I guess he can see the villagers run away. And this surprising castle drop from the Vietnamese against the Burmese actually seems to work right now. Feanor a lot of resources in the bank, going with the castle now next to his main TC. And the second TC coming up on the wood line and the gold. A third TC potentially gonna come up soon. He's still with 5 villagers on stone. And like this, the castle is up. The question is, can DraCoNT now do any damage with that? He will be able to go through the walls really fast. Veteran archers on the way. No fletching yet. He could afford fletching actually coming up right now. Wheelbarrow and heavy plow on the way from Feanor. Castle should be up in time. And then the Iron Buy will be strong against veteran archers as well, so we might see an interesting fight here. ToA in the meantime has the free boom because he's not getting attacked by Feanor right now, and I guess Melkor can also go for the free boom here with 3 TCs for now up and running. Let's go back to DraCoNT's point of view. He will probably not add any second TC anytime soon. Instead, we are going to see TCs from ToA. 1, 2, 3 TCs up and running. He's on stone. The Byzantines, not sure why, maybe he wants to add a castle himself or send some stone to DraCoNT later on. And Feanor trying to wall here, but those walls are actually in very low HP, 38 is not a lot, so even the veteran archers could break those. And there's a siege workshop coming up behind that. A watchtower now from DraCoNT, the castle is up, Iron Buy on the way. But the action is happening inside Feanor space right now. 2 villagers on that siege workshop. The veteran archers 4+1 range. They cannot even attack the villagers without the boatkin arrow. It's just ridiculous. That's the advantage with the crossbowmen. They have 1 more range. But the wall is open and that siege workshop on 80, 95%. No loom for Feanor. Big mistake in my opinion. You should go for loom immediately. Now the Iron Buy are approaching, but one is going down fast, and the veteran archers actually doing a decent job. They need boatkin arrow in my opinion, and villagers dying because no loom. Feanor, what are you doing? You have enough gold for loom, but you're still creating villages. This TC is actually quite safe, could just wall here and he will have 1 safe TC, but he's not gonna be able to like go out, do some damage, collect the relics or anything. Instead he needs to defend from a castle and tower rush. Or a castle drop, and that 1 tower actually helping the veteran archers a lot. Another villager dying because still no loom from Feanor, and apparently Melkor is not telling him this time. The wall's gonna not get finished. Another villager down. This is huge. 5 dead units. That's 4 villagers I think going down and 1 Iron Buy. And Feanor not doing loom. What the hell is happening? You're getting rushed. You should get loom immediately. ToA not doing wheelbarrow. Let's check the other players. ToA resources looking okay. 59 villagers against 56 from Melkor. Did he go for castle number TC number 4? Yes, that's 4 TCs completely booming, free booming here. And the veteran archer is still going around. It's like -8. That's not true, but it feels like oh no, it's -8 actually. Counted correctly. So I guess he lost a few more villagers or Iron Buy. I didn't see that. Lizard power, it's dragon power, and finally loom is done. Wheelbarrow coming from DraCoNT and John Slow now. Now these villagers shouldn't die as fast as before. Mangonel also on the field. The veteran archers actually are going to die against Mangonels quite fast. Unlike the plumed archers, which are just stronger, more HP, 35 and 50 HP, that's a lot of difference. And the plumed archers are just so, yeah, they're tanky. Considering they're archers, they're really tanky. Now those villagers might die. Mangonel and Iron Buy taking out the first villagers. ToA saying do economy, try to reboom a little bit, but I think Feanor might be ahead in economy. 36 villagers for either player. Maybe not. He's got a second TC up. That's a lot compared to 30 TC on the way compared to DraCoNT, Dragon, who is actually on 1 TC still. Can he go for a fast imp here? Try to go with the trebuchet? Actually, I think that's the plan for now. 600 plus food in the bank. Needs a little bit more gold, but maybe he can get rid of that cast and then try to continue the push here. Could work, might be interesting. That's only a watchtower, no guard tower. Upgrade probably too expensive for only 1 tower. And I think DraCoNT also will drop a second castle soon, trying to cover the gold even more and make sure that Feanor will still be busy inside his own base. The watchtower will die. The problem now is the Iron Buy might be able, together with the Mangonel, to stop any potential castle drop that's going to come up. But DraCoNT is the one who is selling his way up to Imperial Age, and he's going to go with trebuchets later on. Finally, the Iron Buy can go out, maybe try and do some damage in ToA space, but as you can see, ToA completely walled, and there is pretty much nothing close to the walls. Now a castle coming up to protect this TC and also cover the second gold. And I think the Arina should go to DraCoNT space. If they knew there was a castle coming up, they might try and go in. That's not going to be in time. Actually, the Arina going to the left-hand side, and DraCoNT on the way to Imperial Age with a fast imp, castle trap fast imp, gonna try and get rid of that castle from Feanor, and then make sure that Feanor cannot breathe. Feanor is on stone, so he will be able to get a second castle up if he needs it. And DraCoNT 600 plus stone in the bank could go for a castle at home as well. Now the Arina is starting to attack the walls. And these walls are actually going down pretty fast, as you can see, considering it's only a standard military unit, not a siege unit that's attacking here. No more action in Feanor space for now, and there's the castle, defensive castle, coming up for DraCoNT on the main goal. It makes a lot of sense. Let me actually check for Melkor. How is he looking? A lot of farms up, resources looking good. Universities up. He will be able to click up to Imperial Age anytime soon. That's 12 seconds behind Terror, so pretty much nothing. Monastery actually up, I guess, to have the 2 buildings, and 104 against 101 villages. He's slightly ahead, but it's not big. The big thing will happen in early Imperial Age when they're going for their military units and try to actually do the damage here. The Arina, of course, pretty strong right now. The castle will still go up, and not even a villager getting sacrificed here. Instead, the wall going up to like 30%. And Imperial Age gonna hit soon. Retina Archers, that's 9 of them, plus 1 defense, and boat cannon is done. I think Bracer will gonna come up for DraCoNT, and first the Trebuchet. So let's check how Feanor is going to react here. I guess he should send the Arina back. Thing is, it doesn't really matter where the Trebuchet is. The Arina can just move in and take it down without Feanor losing all the units. Now Feanor is saying, okay, let's try to go into Jon Snow space. The castle is up, but only protecting left-hand side. This side is really open. Another castle coming up here. Oh, please tell me you're going cataphracts. That would be so nice. Arina cataphracts, maybe war wagons even. And then the Vietnamese seem to be the losers here with only Rat and Archers as unique unit. Battle Elephants, that might be good. First Trebuchet is out, and of course DraCoNT is going to start an attack the castle. Now Feanor opening the walls for Melkor. Melkor probably going to go with siege workshops to actually defend Melkor's Feanor's base, and also siege workshop coming up forward on DraCoNT space. Imperial Age going to come in soon, and I guess bombard cannons might be an option here. Feanor has enough stone for another castle. He's repairing his own castle for now, and a siege workshop coming up. Melkor has almost enough stone for a castle. Resources just crazy. Let's see for Terror, also really good. What is he going to do? Is he actually going for the cataphracts here? Fuching coming in. What's the plan? Yes, cataphract production starting. And Mangonel came in, and Terror rewalling. I guess that was the Arina opening the wall, and then need to go back to attack the trebuchets. 2 traps now hitting that castle. Feanor still repairing. Onager on the way. Elite cataphracts coming in from Jon Snow. Done a good boom here. And actually the villages going down are very important to see, because that means the castle will not be repaired anytime soon. Now the Arina moving away, and Terror needs to go with elite cataphracts fast, I guess. Maybe even add siege rams later on. Loom coming in for Terror just in case. Conscription, really important upgrade. On the other side, Onager upgrade for Melkor. Probably siege Onager coming on later. I don't think he has done the chemistry upgrade. It is chainmail armor, so maybe siege Onagers and halberdiers. Another castle coming up, protecting the back of Feanor's base. He's getting rushed by DraCoNT right now. The thing is, DraCoNT 39 villages, that's 53 population. They're gonna score it right now, but the difference is huge. That's 30 pop difference, and if DraCoNT is using his forward, then this game might be over really fast. We have siege Onager on the way from Melkor. Blade barding our 2-man saw. I think Logistica needs to be done by Jon Snow only after a few production minutes. A lot of cataphracts on the way. 15 military units for both Jon Snow and Dragon, and we have only 17 right now. But those military units are Arina and Onagers. A really strong combination. Cataphracts moving in. Elite cataphract, of course, done. +4 defense is done. Siege Onager on the way, and pikemen now coming up from Melkor, but the Onagers are actually dying to the cataphracts here, and even the Arina against 150 HP elite cataphracts are not looking too good. So DraCoNT actually with the cataphract support is able to take down the castle, the TC, and probably is going to attack the next castle very soon. Chemistry on the way from DraCoNT as well. But on the other side, there's the Onagers moving in. DraCoNT might die while he's trying to actually attack Feanor's base. He should send villagers to Jon Snow right now. He only got 1 TC, not a lot of economy, and he might die horribly here. Siege Onager and halberdiers soon to be finished. And the question is, who is going to push stronger here? Is Feanor going to die before DraCoNT? I guess not. Jon Snow sending Elite Cataphracts immediately to help out, and we know how good Elite Cataphracts are against Halberdiers. Once Logistics is done even better. Help upgrade finishing for Melkor, but barracks only at home. A castle on that outside goal makes sense, and more barracks coming in between the two players. Also collecting the relics to have a little bit more gold. TC coming up on the woodline in the second stone from Melkor. Yeah, Feanor is running away right now, just in case. That's what DraCoNT actually should be doing, in my opinion. He's not doing that yet, because, yeah, there's no Halberdier support. A few cataphracts dying, but it's 5 siege just going down. DraCoNT should re-wall. And thank you. Yeah, of course, that's what ToA is supposed to do. You are supposed to help your teammate. The brothers in the score lead. Armby not good in killing siege. Shouldn't Raton win Armbit and Imp easy? I don't think so. I think the Armby with 85 HP when they're elite. And what is the attack? Do we get more attack than 17? The Ratons might be masked either, but I think the Armby are still pretty strong. And could go either way, I don't know. Shinkichon coming in, so the siege archers will have 8+2 range, and now we are just waiting for something to get rid of that castle. I think you need monks against siege archers, possibly, because Armby and siege archer, that's so deadly, but it's only one hit on the siege archers. Sacrificing one cataphract makes a lot of sense here, and the cata plus rat and archer combination is moving forward again. But now Halberdiers and 4 siege archers here for Melkor, so Melkor has done a really good boom, and the siege archers are just really strong. The Ratton archers staying behind, attacking the Halberdiers. That's easy kills here. But a lot of siege archers also dying to the elite cataphracts, because these Armby, 80 HP now with the bloodlines, they are not elite, they are not at their best, and this could still go either way. It's a really interesting game, or it's become a really interesting game, because this forward was surprising to Feanor and was actually working. Now in the middle, DraCoNT is now sending villages forward. On the right hand side there is a few Armby from Feanor not re-walling. DraCoNT is not re-walling here anything. And Terracing GB, where are they? Armby and siege archers. Now the trebuchets will go down, and only now more elite cataphracts on the way. They are fully upgraded. Not sure if logistics is done, but I'm not going to check now because there's still a lot of fighting happening. The problem is DraCoNT 56 population, Feanor on 127. He has more villagers, double more villagers than DraCoNT's population, and I think in the long run this is not enough. DraCoNT needed to add some economy. That's not what has happened, and they're not going to be able to kill off Feanor. Look at this. This is a beautiful fighting spot, and like this, the elite cataphracts are just dying to the Armby. Iron casting coming from Melkor as well for the Halberdiers. Halberdiers, siege archers, Armby. What else do you need? Maybe bombard cannons, but not right now. And yes, LB10, hello. I'm actually streaming, not often, but as Titans of Arina. Where's your sign up, by the way? Come on, convince Skittle. I want to see your team signed up. As this is happening, and that's just 2v2 live games, I want to stream a little bit to have some games for YouTube as well. We're gonna have a promotion, a show match on Sunday. I'm going to announce on AOC soon on ToA stream, featuring the brothers against Stefan and Metal. Should be a really decent matchup then. And I want to see you two play. Come on, LB10, 2v2 Arena. That's something you might be interested in. You said you would ask Skittle. So come on, start the game already. On the left hand side, a few cataphracts raiding now. There's 2 more TCs from Feanor. Feanor has that safe TC here, going with the town center inside Melkor space. And now the cataphracts actually attacking Melkor on the right hand side outside. Pedro might come back for it. Awesome! Would love to see that. Brennholz Summon is still a funny strategy that I read about on that, was it in Season's site, webpage? Not sure if I have time. Just try. It's not important to play their best, but play for fun. You can take it serious, or you can take it as a fun tournament and try to play, try to schedule. If not, nothing to lose, let's be honest. We have Castle going down, villages dying, and Melkor and Feanor still in the score lead, but the map control, even if I have 1000 res, what unit can I do? Yeah, that's the problem here. Battle elephants? Probably not. And we have the map control for now, but still a score lead. Barracks coming up. Yeah, elephants now, Tara's saying. Might be an option. The problem is Halberdiers are already on the field. Versus Halberdier won't work. So the Vietnamese is just the underpowered civilization here. Byzantine suddenly really strong with the elite cataphracts. And DraCoNT doesn't really have the economy. He should just boom and go for mass units, maybe even go for some champion line, something like that, or at Imperial Skirmishers won't work here against. Ooh, almost friendly fire. That was close. And that could go really backfire here. Siege on just so many of them in one spot. Imperial Age now coming in from Feanor. Didn't even realize he was only in Castle Age. Terror enough stone for yet another castle. He has like 4 of those already. Taking the stone from Feanor as well, makes sense. And going with the mining camp on the gold. So actually Feanor seems to be only buried alive, but 128 population. He's got a working economy, he's got a decent number of military units of by, and he is nowhere close to that, but ooh, cataphracts moving in. And we have a lot of Hellbreakers against the elite cataphracts. They are not dying easily, you can see that. Hellbreakers is doing not as much damage as they want to, and the elite cataphracts are just very strong against this seemingly natural counter. So right now Terror is actually inside Melkor space. Melkor on 150 population, but going down, and his economy is not safe any longer. Could use a few more new lumber camps. Town center, a second TC coming up from Feanor inside Melkor space. Somehow the cataphracts alone are doing the trick, and the Rat and Archers just supporting killing of Hellbreakers. Not sure what Melkor and Feanor should actually do here. I guess Elite Arumbai might be an answer here, but that's gonna take a little bit longer. Feanor got good resources. What? Oh my god, no. 11k wood in the bank? Seriously? Cannons and Imperial Skirms might be an option actually. Bombard cannons could work against the siege archers, but I guess micro siege archers might be a little bit easier with the area damage. Now the siege archers taking care of those cataphracts. The Retin archers are somehow trapped in a corner. I think the siege archers will find some victims here, and the Arumbai taking a good fight here. Siege archers again going down. Military numbers 50 for the brothers, like 70 for the dragon team. Hellbreakers gain armor crop rotation, but I want to see Elite Arumbai. The problem is 2 castles for Feanor. Actually, he could go for that. Doesn't have the resources at this point. 11k wood. I'm still shocked. How do you have all that wood and not convert it into food? How many lumberjacks does he have? You see that here? Lumberjacks. 76 villagers on wood. What the hell is happening in this game? Just crazy. And now the brothers with the score lead by almost 1k. DraCoNT only 95 population but 84 villagers, so he has been able to reboom a little bit. At the same time do some damage with the Rat and Archers. Actually inside Melkor's woodline, and Melkor only 86 villagers. Now wood won't be a problem for him because Feanor can give him wood all day long. Food is actually a problem, and Melkor doesn't have a working food economy. The map control right now is worth so much. Please tell me you didn't miss that siege on the Kadas. Not sure which one. This one here? Maybe I missed it, that's possible. In 2v2 I'm gonna miss a lot. And I'm not really used to casting team games yet. So I hope you could see it yourself. And in the games, so probably I missed it. Didn't see that. Arumbai, are they elite? No, not elite yet. And Hellbreakers, and it looks like military-wise, suddenly DraCoNT only 1 military unit, so that's 40 against. The brothers have 100 military units on the field. Yeah, sheer numbers suddenly are helping, and the Catters died. Where did they die? Didn't see it. In Feanor spec, like 30 Catters. No, I didn't see that. Right here on the walls? Possibly. That would explain why suddenly they don't have military units any longer. Coinage fletching coming up. Siege archers can be so dangerous. There's a few of those elite cataphracts. So the score lead is explained immediately. Thank you, Mr. GBN. Makes a lot of sense. And right now, bombard cannons approaching here from Melkor's way. Those 2 castles will probably die. And I think if DraCoNT cannot come up with some plan, elite battle elephant on the way, Shatras on the way, if he cannot mass his units and the Red and Archers won't really do the trick, then we might see a GG with a nice comeback here from the brothers, despite the fact that they were raided a lot, but they have a working economy again. John Sloan asking for a market 50 minutes into the game. That makes sense. We may need to see trades soon. Gold might be low. Melkor actually a decent amount of gold in the bank still. We have, yeah, Terror low. He spent a lot on those elite Catters. We have Feanor almost no gold at all. And DraCoNT also only 41, that's not good. Actually, Jon Snow taking DraCoNT's gold because he is doing the stronger units, elite cataphracts, so it makes sense. Elite battle elephants, DraCoNT will need more gold very soon, and they will need to trade 110 population cap because the 2 castles went down. That's terrible. You don't want to be housed, and that's what's happening right now. I imagine we might see a GG very soon, provided that the brothers are actually attacking. The cataphracts still trying to do some damage, taking out a few siege launchers. Nice shot here. That was a good one, doing a lot of damage. And the Hellblade is now trying to chase down those cataphracts. Actually, Melkor's base is closed here, I think, so Jon Snow cannot just go in between the two players, but ooh, the gate was open. And again, Elite Cataphracts moving forward. Bloodlines forging on the way now for DraCoNT. There's the stables on Feanor space, so we are going to see Elite Battle Elephants. The thing is, both the brothers have Halberdier, so the Battle Elephants might not be too strong. How do you support the Battle Elephants? Maybe Imperial Skirmishes, actually. You just need to make sure the siege launchers are not gonna get good shots here. Probably always go for the open formation. Cataphracts now again moving in. There's the first bomber tower of the game. Now, of course, ToA could do those too, but I don't think it's going to happen. Bomber towers will be helpful against the cataphracts, I guess. Again, a little bit of raiding coming up. Hussars would be better for that because they don't cost gold. Of course, you have to research, but no, not sure. And this game could go in the very long run here, actually, because right now nobody's close to giving up or nobody's close to winning. 54 minutes into the game, or 52 for us. And now ToA's selling a little bit. Let's actually check the resources for the players again. Melkor, 1k gold almost. Food looking okay, wood looking good. ToA, a lot of food in the bank, but not so much gold. He cannot take Feanor's gold any longer. Feanor, 62 military units. Wow, that's triple the military units. 52 for the Dragon team. And that's like, what, 150 something? That's huge. And I think if they push now, they could just steamroll DraCoNT's base here. And they are going to be able to defend from every attack that the Dragon team is going to launch. Plate Armor Conscription also coming in, so Feanor actually recovered. Working economy, 114 villagers. Does he still have so much wood? 12k wood. That's actually Petro strategy, Brennhold summon. Like doing 3k wood and doing nothing with it. As far as I remember, I need to find out if that site is still live, that website. It was actually fun to read. ToA's Cutter's handling is awful, possible. The brothers are streaming as far as I know, and ToA is streaming, so if you want to check that out, of course feel free to go there. Makes a lot of sense. PoE streams, I like them, because you can see what the players are actually doing and thinking, and possibly what they're doing wrong. +4 is on the way from Feanor now as well, and they are still defending. ToA is not able to go in. We have still not Elite Iron Buy, but coming up now, just as we speak of those, Bombard Cannons, Hand Cannoneer, not Hand Cannoneers, Halberdiers and Iron Buy will be a really strong combination against even the Elite Battle Elephants. And for now, I guess we have reached a little bit of a stalemate, switching into favor, in the brothers' favor. Just don't know why they're not attacking. ToA 101, DraCoNT now 125 villagers, probably wants to get a good economy. We have the trade starting, trade cards 2 and 4 against, wow, ToA also already on 30 trade cards, on 25, the team on 30. Mr. GBN is doing good for being ToA though. Yeah, depends on what day you're catching ToA. Sometimes he's just lazy doing nothing. I think in this game he's been playing quite well, but I cannot judge the kata handling. I guess LB10 has a good reason to say that. And there's a GG being called by DraCoNT and Jon Snow because they know the brothers are too far ahead in military units, and the Vietnamese, you don't really have a chance. So the brothers winning the second game. Jon Snow and DraCoNT won the first one. That was the Goth War. Goth and what was the other, Burmese. So if that would be a best of 3, we might see the final game. Actually, in Titans of Arina, I would like to see it being a best of 5 in each round, because 2 games is not enough, best of 3, and that would be boring for a Swiss round. And with 5 games tops, that's actually decent, and only in the finals, the grand finals of each bracket, we might see best of 7, depending on what the players want. I don't want to dictate this tournament, because why should I know what the best settings are? I'm only a caster, but a new player. So getting the players involved to do the rules, the settings, getting calls on like bugged maps and it makes a lot more sense. And if the players are saying we would like to see this and that, why not? So if the players want random teams, actually can give that. But as you can see right now, Burmese and Koreans just too strong here. And those unfair matchups can be quite boring. This one was interesting, and we're going to see game number 3. That's nice for us. I've been casting for quite some time now, considering that usually I'm doing like 2 games per week or something like that. And now I've been up online for probably 2 hours already. 2 hours, 2.5, maybe more. And I'm going to cast at least another game number 3 here. Then I might end the stream. Eddie is also streaming, but he's probably playing another game right now. Let me check what else is on, actually. What do we have? BF Team Game, 7050 plus. Hart and Eddie both playing and streaming Black Forest game, and no member round. What is happening? Error 2K plus, is that? Spring and MBL. Ooh, Spring close to 2K2. Not sure what his highest rating was. And that's pretty much it, but we're going to see the Arena game 2v2. This is a really nice showcase for the Titans of Arena tournament, and we're just waiting 120 for the spectator delay. Be back in a minute. God, hay fever is awful. And let's go. Game number 3 between the Dragon team and the brothers. This could be interesting. Ethiopians and Teutons against Mongols and Britons. I have no idea at first glance what the better civilizations are. Ethiopians, Teutons, so we probably won't see any monk rush, but the Mongols and Britons, definitely not. Mongols lead Mangedai in late game, could be interesting. Britons, we might see Longbowmen actually in early castle age, and I guess Melkor could go for light cav or for knights. Let's check the maps out right now. We have Melkor against DraCoNT, so Melkor with Mongols is facing Ethiopians. DraCoNT could consider going crossbowmen in castle age, but I'm not sure about that. Main gold for Melkor, forwardish, 2 boars inside, 4 deer inside, nice for him. Main stone, forward actually inside his base, facing DraCoNT's map. DraCoNT's base. We have the second gold quite safe in the back actually, and the second stone safe in the back. The third gold outside, but towards his teammate, so that's a little bit safer than towards DraCoNT here. Danger, what is danger right now? Terror said something about danger. Wait, where is he? What is he doing? No idea what that was all about. Maybe the boar? I don't know. We have next player. Let's go. Terror. That's going across. Now let's go to DraCoNT. Makes more sense. DraCoNT with Ethiopians. Of course, strong archers is still a really nice. What is that eco advantage with the 100 gold and food, if I remember correctly, per age. And then the pikeman is at least free. Is that correct? We have them in the new Model Kingdoms patch 5.7. We have the main gold quite safe in the back here. Actually, the main stone on the side, forwardish. We need to go both boom. I go export fast, forward castle. DraCoNT is Ethiopians. Expo forward castle, interesting. Second and third gold in the back actually, I guess with the house here, though they will be quite safe, though DraCoNT's map looking quite good. 4 deer inside. Boars, both boars inside, and I see the stones already, the main stone. Where's the second stone? That's forward, okay? That's not a big problem. The rush distance is really short, they're really close, and DraCoNT cannot see this yet, but if he's saying I'm going expose castle drop, forward castle drop, then this is actually a very good idea. Once he can see that he's close to Melkor, he will pursue this plan, I guess. For now, players, of course, starting with the Dark Ages, trying to get their ecos in shape. We have Feanor on the other side, Britons, with the main gold safe in the back, a little of nothing in the back here. That's a small pocket. In 1v1, that would be a big back base, I guess. And team game's not happening so often. Main stone also safe in the back, not in the back, on the side here. 4 deer inside, actually really good deer for the players here. 1 boar inside, second boar probably was inside as well. The second gold outside on the left hand side close to the gate. Could wall this if you wanted to destroy the gate, but build 2 stone walls or a house here. Second stone and third gold forward outside. Not a big problem, I guess. And last but not least, we have Terror with the Teutons here. Teutons against Britons. Siege archers, but no siege rams for the Teutons. So siege archers might do the trick. Later on, Elite Teutonic Knights. They were fun when Jon Snow and DraCoNT played melee against Teutons. DraCoNT won that game with a very impressive strategy with so many heavy scorpions in the end. That was really fun to see. Maybe I'm going to cast this for YouTube later on. I'm not sure about that. We have the main gold for him. Pretty safe in the back, actually. Yeah, that's safe in the back. 1 boar inside. And that second gold is also safe in the back. The second stone forward outside. 4 deer outside for Terror. Not sure about that being fair. Everybody got deer inside except for Terror, but he should be able to lure them in if he wants to. And he's got a cheaper farm, so he'll be fine. Third gold outside, main stone on the side here, forwardish, but facing DraCoNT's base, so that's not the biggest problem. Now the question is, what else are the players going to do? Now, we have Mongols Britons, as I said, I guess, either crossbowmen or longbowmen in Castle Age for Feanor, and Melkor probably with some knights. Don't think he's going Mangadai any time soon in this game. Possibly with the castle coming up later on. Actually, the stones for Melkor might be interesting to see. He's got a second stone safe in the back, so if DraCoNT is actually going for that castle forward, then we might see Melkor going for a defensive castle here on the main gold. Would make sense. For now, 20 population, so this is still going slow, this game. Melkor, 2 relics close to his base actually. 1 relic in between Dragon Team, and the other 2 close to Feanor. So relic-wise, this favors the brothers, but relics usually not that important in the team game, at least not in the early ages. Later on, that might be really important. But with the trade, the relics lose their value a little bit. Makes also makes sense. Relics on Arabia, 1v1. Probably not important at the start. Later on, you want to have some relics, of course, because no trade. But only in Arena, it seems the relics are really, really important, are being fought for. And we have a lot of gold here in DraCoNT space. This is really beautiful. It's also a really important area for him. So if Melkor was actually going to do a tower here, he would take away 2 golds and 1 stone or tower rush. I don't think it's going to happen. DraCoNT is the first to click up to Feudal Age. Is that? No, that's not going to be forward castle immediately. I guess crossbows and the forward castle later on if he's actually pursuing this. Looks like he's not going to do that. But crossbowman would make sense. And the other players probably going to follow soon. Let's see. Wait, I'm on Melkor's point of view. So we have DraCoNT is on the way to Feudal Age. Feanor, 26 population right now. Doing 1 more villager, then probably clicking up. He is with the Britons. Is he sending villagers to gold right now? Yeah, that's 3 villagers actually going to gold. Then we have Terror clicking up to Feudal Age as well. 4 seconds earlier actually. Same population, I hope. 26, Feanor 27. What happened? Did he do Loom? Did he lose a villager? No, maybe he just had idle time. Not sure why. Should not happen, but no Dark Age is perfect, or the most Dark Ages are not perfect. And he's on stone with 2 villagers with the Teutons. What is that all about? Should he go for the forward castle actually, and DraCoNT is doing the crossbowman? Is that what they meant? Not sure about that. Melkor, 2 villagers on gold, pretty standard. Everything is not on stone. Since Mongols, you want to get those deer in, you take them so fast. That's a lot of help. And DraCoNT now going with the market and blacksmith is the first to reach Feudal Age before population, so no crossbowman for him. I was expecting to see the crossbows, but maybe I just misread that information. And double Bidex also on the way, 740 food. He will be able to click up. He's still got deer and sheep remaining. Of course, he went up fast, it makes sense. And he will be the first to click up to Castle Age, even before Melkor will be at Feudal Age, I guess. Now we have Feanor reaching Feudal Age, doing an archery range. We're going to see crossbows from the Britons players, not on stone, so no longbowmen, but instead a few crossbows to try and get map control, possibly grab a few relics. Britons, I imagine we could see 4 TCs before like 21 minutes. Feels like Melkor scouts. Let's check that actually. DraCoNT is correct in the fact that there is a barracks and blacksmith stable coming up. So scouts for Mongols, no surprise here. I guess Lightcav gonna come in soon. A lot of food in the bank, obviously. Horse Collar and double Bidex immediately. DraCoNT halfway in the Castle Age almost. And why is Terror not clicking up? There we go, Castle Age also coming up. Now it's 10 seconds behind Feanor, is still a lured deer in. 2 villages on stone. I guess the 2 wills are for booming purposes here. Is he going to, like, 4 TC boom? Just do not military units or anything? It's possible. The map is good enough with the 2 goats in the back, I guess. And he should be fine with that. Let's go to DraCoNT again, and see what his plan is. 8 farms up, 300 food, 300 plus food in the bank. So he's not going to go for any military, I guess. Don't even think he's going to bother and go for a monastery. We are going to see 2 players booming, apparently. I might be wrong here, but what else are they doing here? DraCoNT doesn't even have Does he villages in gold? No, he got the 100 gold from free, so he didn't need to put up a mining camp, and that means saving 100 wood and getting 100 food. That's really gonna help the Ethiopians. Really nice start. Guess Indians should have a good start too with the cheaper villages and a good boom. Britons obviously with the cheaper TCs, Teutons with the cheaper farms, and Mongols at least early age advantage with the faster food here. Everybody got an early age advantage, but feels like the Ethiopians bonus is one of the best in the game actually to go up fast. We have one TC coming up on the main gold, one TC coming up on the main stone, and possibly another TC after getting some stone in. So 3 TCs for now, both on the way. DraCoNT going with an early boom here. We have Feanor to reach the castle age next. That's going to be crossbowman upgrade soon, I guess. 5 archers in the field, and I'm expecting to see a TC here on the main gold and woodline, and possibly one on the main stone, or maybe on the woodline only. That one I called correct. I'm happy about that. Not too noob apparently. And both are coming in, so crossbowmen not needed right now. The +1 is from the bonus for the Britons. And scouts obviously on the field. Both of wheelbarrow coming in from Melkor. Both on the way for Slow as well. And the second TC on the woodline actually, with enough space for a lot of farms around, I guess. Terror going with the TC on the main stone, 1 TC on the main gold. Do we see TC number 3 coming up as well? Yeah, number 4, yes, on the woodline. So gold, stone, wood, everything is covered. Slow, Terror just going for a 4 TC boom. And if the brothers are going in with light cav and crossbows, Terror might be in trouble, because DraCoNT is doing pretty much the same. 3 TCs for now, going to be 4 TCs soon, I guess. And walling in the front a little bit, but no military units whatsoever, nobody going for the relics yet. And that means the brothers doing military units will have to do the damage to make this work. Siege Workshop coming up there already. So it's actually Terror that they are going to attack in this game. Wheelbarrow coming in from Terror really early on, and for DraCoNT as well. Siege Workshop now coming up. That's what you need. You definitely need mangonels here after the 3 extra TCs coming up. And I think before attacking we might need to see the light cav and the crossbowman upgrade with at least fletching on the way. Right now it does not really in a hurry, the brothers, to get those upgrades, because there's no siege units out yet. Feanor with 3 TCs up and running, he will be fine. And we have DraCoNT with 42 villagers, ahead by 10 here, ahead by 8 in front of his teammate. So his boom with the early castle age looking really good. He should have the best economy for now. Melkor, a few more farms coming up. Does he have extra TCs? 1 on the woodline here actually, but he's prioritizing the siege workshop forward, so he will add the 3rd TC later on. And tower being at a gate being attacked right now. Sorry for that, had to sneeze there. I hope my muting is working with the headset. Now there is a defensive mangonel, loom on the way for Terror, and he is actually starting to wall behind the gates, but those archers are gonna say, nope, not in our house, not in your house. Mangonel going down for Terror. That was a good shot by Melkor, it was a money shot. And he had DraCoNT chatting Fagelfish. Nice, he just saw that shot, I guess. So DraCoNT is happily booming, not being attacked, but Terror's boom will be stopped very soon, because look at the amount of army that's waiting. That's 18 military units. That's going to be crossbowmen soon. That's going to be light cav potentially soon. And I don't think Terror will be able to wall everything in time. This gate is on low HP, only 400. And that means once those units are going in, Terror is in trouble. And pure booming on 2v2 arena, probably not the best idea if the other team is going for military units. So we are going to find out in this game, and we are going to see if Snow is actually able to wall completely. Maybe he should do fortified walls, could consider that. Melkor added 30C, I guess. Where's the 30C up? Coming up on the main gold, only 1 villager building it, it makes sense. It's the most effective, you don't need it too soon. The crossbow now moving around, and Terror actually able to wall completely. I'm a little bit disappointed that the crossbow not standing around here, like 2 or 3 of them, to watch this. But for now, Terror is fine. A little bit surprising to me that they're not going in faster here. There's now 3 mangonels on the field, so maybe they're gonna breach that gate faster than the other one. That gate is finished now, 1 mangonel waiting to try and defend. And Terror with 57, DraCoNT 66 villagers, 57 also for Feanor, but of course Melkor behind with 49. And now it looks like they're moving towards DraCoNT's base. DraCoNT can spot this right now. He's house walling. I think a siege tower might have been a really good option. Why not go in with the crossbowman and try to do the damage inside, then follow up with the mangonels and the knight's light calf? But I guess Feanor and Melkor did not think about the possibility. I guess they missed it, or maybe they considered it useless. But I think, like right now, have the crossbowman inside. DraCoNT is in trouble. DraCoNT did loom. That's good for him, and he's doing the barracks now, possibly to go for skirmishes then. Pikemen, not sure about that. Pikemen for free, but archer range is coming up. Or his own crossbowman, that would make sense. They're gonna be good, decent against the knights, good against the crossbowmen from Feanor. DraCoNT actually clicking up to Imperial Age, 23-21, really nice timing, so he's actually in that transition period. And we are seeing 3 archer range and siege workshop coming up. Quick walls behind us. For now, DraCoNT is successfully walling, and that means those military units are actually a little bit of a waste, because that's resources you didn't really need to spend, and they didn't really hurt neither Terra nor DraCoNT. And DraCoNT with the early Arbalest will be able to clear everything that is around. Yeah, brothers in the score lead right now with the military units on the field, but I think that's not the important factor here. And we have DraCoNT with 76 villagers going to take the 2nd and 3rd gold. He is on gold a lot of villages right now, but he needs that gold for the archer production. Boatkin are on the way, no crossbowmen yet. DraCoNT really low in resources right now, and I think you want to click the Arbalest upgrade immediately once you reach Imperial Age. That's not going to happen, I guess, because DraCoNT has a few idle villagers, has to repair the siege workshop maybe. 4 mangonels, actually, they can do a lot of damage. That 1 mangonel will come out and possibly will get one of those mangonels taken down. Yeah, that's 1 for nothing. Instead, ooh, 2 for nothing. Wow, strong. And that mangonel finally dying? No, 22 HP remaining. That's 3 mangonels going down for nothing. Oh my god, Melkor is just throwing the game, and that's 4 for 1. Wow, DraCoNT saying learn. Yeah, that was provocative. Of course, he's only saying that to Jon Snow. And DraCoNT was a little bit lucky that Melkor apparently did not pay attention whatsoever. He lost all 4 mangonels, did do no damage at all. Crossbowman now on the way for DraCoNT, just before the Imperial Age. Resources looking better for him now. And damn it, my screen just giving up again. I want to see the chat, if chat's happening. Hope it's not failing anything. You might see black screen for a few seconds here. Please don't crash now. That worked. Bracer coming up. Imperial Age coming up from Feanor. Bracer Arbalest on the way. Yeah, all fine. You can see the chat again. And gate coming up for Terra now, a 2nd gate. He's got 3 mangonels to defend. I guess I missed some minor fighting here. The crossbowman now inside, finally finishing that siege workshop, but to what end? Doesn't really help you. Villager-wise, the dragon team a little bit ahead, but not a lot. Castle up, the crossbowman soon to be Arbalest, and there's the first trebuchet moving forward. That knight should die if it is trying to attack the trebuchet. And now that mainstone being mined by Melkor, but Melkor has no castle up yet, and he probably should go with the castles to the back here. So he's sending the villagers back. He is got a few houses on the right hand side. That was forward was before. That crossbowman is annoying, but 1 mangonel shot and bye bye. A lot of upgrades coming in. I'm gonna stay on the left hand side where the Arbalest from DraCoNT are actually trying to go in, trebuchet to open the walls, and then DraCoNT will try and do the damage in the economy from Feanor. Melkor walling already, making sure that he needs to go past the TCs maybe. I think Melkor needs a castle soon, and he needs military units soon. What to do with the Mongols here? Hussars? Maybe. They might be strong. A castle coming up in the back. Elite Mangodai will take quite some time, and in that time we might see a lot of damage being done by DraCoNT. There's the crossbowman coming in from Feanor, still waiting for the Imperial Age upgrade. 5+3 range for now. That's going to be 5+4 in a second. Here we go. And Arbalest should come in immediately. Also the mangonel from Melkor trying to attack the Arbalest. Arbalest being outranged by crossbowman. That's something you only see when you have Britons on the field. Bracer, Arbalest, Chemistry, standard upgrades. DraCoNT taking the fight as long as he's got the upgrade advantage, I guess. But looks like the crossbowmen are doing a good job here. And DraCoNT and Terra are in the score lead right now. But it looks like Feanor, being Britons, can actually push this back for now. Chemistry with large armor, getting a lot of upgrades. Terror doing Cavalier with the Teutons. We are going to see Paladins in this game, I hope. Makes sense. Melkor has enough resources to actually get those Mangudai upgraded. He needs to claim his main stone. That's a high priority task here. And he will need to get a second castle at least very soon. Archer range coming up for Thumbring. And Parthian Tactics, and I hope he's done Ballistics, Elite, Mangudai, and Bracer on the way. So Feanor actually buying the time for Melkor to get to the Elite Mangudai. That makes a lot of sense. And we have Cavalier soon to be finished by Jon Slow. Jon Slow 116 villagers. That's not the highest number in the game. 121 from Feanor. It probably is on 4 TCs, or has been 4 TCs as well. Is it only 3? I don't see TC number 4 here. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Barracks now coming up to add in. This is going to be Pikeman Halberdier against the upcoming Paladins. That would make sense. I think Champion is not the best idea. And now the Arbalest have done their job. They're going back, actually. And I guess Feanor will try to attack Jon Slow space next. A lot of villages now on the main stone. I don't like this mining camp. No space between the mining camp and the stone tiles is almost never good, unless you want only to put like 2 villages on that stone. Regard arm on the way, and DraCoNT now saying, okay, the Arbalests are gone, I can try to attack again, and those stone miners have no loom. So these villagers will die so fast. 99 villagers only for Melkor. Big mistake. He doesn't even realize that. He's probably wondering, why are my villagers dying so fast against only a few shots, but without loom. That's no surprise here. And he's not doing loom. Really bad with the villagers in these games. We've seen it like 2 times already that one player got attacked and did not do loom. Elite Mangudai production starting. Elite Mangudai should be really strong against the Arbalest. Elite Skirmishers will do a good job against them. So Elite Mangudai alone won't do the trick. I guess 632 stone for Melkor, but he's mined out with the second stone, so he needs to buy stone to get a 3rd castle up, and that's what he needs, definitely. The Trebuchet approaching again, the Arbalest moving into health, 5+5 range. Guess missing human. And now Jon Slow saying, okay, I'm coming to support you. Right now, DraCoNT is fine, and Paladin upgrade on the way for Jon Slow. Ours with the Pikeman and Halberdier. Yeah, Halberdier is done. +2 defense, so more upgrades coming in. And everything is happening on the left-hand side, where Arbalest, Elite Skirmishers, and possibly Elite Mangudai are coming soon. DraCoNT saying trap him. Yeah, that's a good idea. Attacking the Arbalest. There's a few Halberdiers approaching, and that Cavalier pack is not fully upgraded yet. Still missing the Blast Furnace, which is quite expensive actually, and not so expensive, but quite expensive I feel, and a Paladin upgrade soon to come in. And we have Jon Slow being careful. He does not want to approach those Arbalests without the Cavalier being upgraded to Paladin. And the Halberdier might do a good job here. Villager-wise, all the players looking good. Melkor lost a few villagers. And Jon Slow saying, yeah, let's wait for Paladin. Those Arbalests are taking a bad turn here against 3 castles. There's also the Arbalest from Feanor waiting. Elite Mangudai and Arbalest against Paladin Arbalest. I feel like the Paladins could do the trick here, but that's only if you're not running into Halberdiers, and the other way around, you cannot run with the units into Elite Skirmish. So Elite Skirmish is actually everything you need. Onager on the field for Melkor, that's what he needs against these skirmishes here. Could be an interesting fight, and I think we may need Hussars later on from the Mongols player as well. Mongols Hussars, of course, one of the strongest in the game, if not the strongest. And Paladins now fully upgraded, Blast Furnace almost fully upgraded. I think DraCoNT and Jon Slow will try to go in anytime soon. Ooh, Onager shots on the Palace, or maybe on the skirmishes. Not yet. Jon Slow dodging the shot, and now he's moving in. A shot from the Onager again, not hitting, and those Paladins are almost fully upgraded. The big fight is happening, the first big fight in the game, early Imperial Age. Feanor actually going with a lot of buildings into the middle, but now DraCoNT and Jon Slow are inside Melkor space and are doing the damage. Then the score lead by almost 1k points, and you can see why. Paladins, Arbalest, Elite Skirmishers, they're doing a good job here, and there's not enough military units yet to fight this back. The Arbalest actually dying to Elite Skirmishers, and yeah, I think Melkor needs more Onagers or needs the Hussars to counter this, and there's also not enough Halberdiers yet. There's the Halberdiers moving in. Of course, they're going to die to Elite Skirmisher masses, or to Arbalest. It's fine. DraCoNT now doing Onager against the Arbalest and Elite Mangudai. I guess that makes sense. Paladins, though, so tanky. They're doing a good job here. They are actually and taking down a lot of units. They're dying at the same time underneath 3 castles and Elite Mangudai fire, so maybe not the best fight for Jon Snow that he could have taken. The thing is, one of those castles is going down with 3 trebuchets. That's what's probably worth it. Everybody doing Onager here, DraCoNT doing Onager, Feanor now also doing Onager, and of course ToA is sending Paladins still. Where's he sending them? He's sending them back. Maybe he's turning towards Feanor's base now. Onager not being researched by Jon Snow. He could go for that if he wanted to. 3 mangonels on the field, and the fight's still happening. The trebuchet is now starting to attack the next castle. Melkor started a trade. I guess he's out of gold, or will be out of gold soon. 350 only. I kill Feanor. You hold. Ooh, interesting. Now ToA's saying I'm going to kill Feanor. Can he see ToA approaching? Can he see the paladins? I guess he's focusing on the middle and the left hand side. Let's see. He does not know about the forward units yet. He will find out very soon, and now there is honest shots against the Arbalest, but that's only split up units, and the castle actually standing. Now 2 castles remaining from Melkor. That's very important to have the Elite Mangudai production still going. Feanor doing fortified wall. Maybe he's smelling that something is up, and he's sending Halberdiers to the right hand side immediately. I think an outpost will be good, and there it is. Oh, ToA actually with the Onagers sniping here and cutting the forest and going in. There's a market coming up now, but that market won't be used for trade too soon. Halberdiers will be able to take care of the Onagers, but Paladin moving into Feanor's space now. Feanor axing this and knows, okay, don't start a trade yet. We don't have safe markets right now. So what Melkor is actually liking to do, early Onagers and cutting in, that was ToA is doing right now, and a big group of Paladin going into Feanor's base. He's going to be able to take down the TC really fast, and I guess he will kill a few of those villagers as well. Halberd is approaching at least something. Siege Onager from DraCoNT. Ethiopians do get, I think is that the only Civ that gets fully upgraded Arbalest and Siege Onager? Was that something like that? Interesting combination. Siege Onager will be decent against Elite Mangudai. Elite Mangudai could be microed here, and the fight is moving into Feanor's base, where the Paladins are still really strong and are able to do quite some damage. More Halberdiers moving in, but that's single units, and those single units will die fast. One is just killing the market, and of course Jon Snow is staying on Paladins for now. I think they should do a team wall here and start the trade soon. 42 minutes into the game, you could think about the trade actually. And the Paladins trying to find a wood line, but there's not so many villages open, so maybe not the best raiding. Elite Mangudai from Melkor moving in to try and help out a little bit, to try and defend. But the Dragon team is the score lead here, and military-wise, we're pretty much neck and neck. I guess that's 90 military wins against 70 for now. The brothers actually have more. A little bit of Onager fighting happening in the middle, but it's Siege Onagers against Onagers now. Nice double shot here. Good one for Melkor actually. Melkor does not have Siege Onagers yet. He might be able to get that soon. Yeoman on the way finally for Feanor. Siege Engineers from DraCoNT. And DraCoNT, that's 1 for 1 here. He will be fine with that, I guess. DraCoNT possibly needs to go for something else other than the Siege Onagers and Elite Skirmish. Well, that's going to be a good counter. Not sure if we can afford to go Elite Shotel Warriors. What else do we have with the Ethiopians? I'm not too sure about it actually. Siege and Archers seems to be the go-to units, and I guess infantry units won't do the trick here against a lot of Archers, Mangudai and Arbalest here actually for the opponents, for the brothers. And for now the Halberdiers doing a good job taking down another Onager here, and they're going to be able to take a fight on the Paladins. So I guess we need to see another strategy change here, or just more Paladins to take it down. I would like to see Elite Teutonic Knights now in the mix with the Paladins, or maybe Heavy Scorpions. That would be nice too. Feanor, low on resources. Let's check the others. Actually, I should do that from time to time. I'm not sure if nobody's chatting, or maybe my chat froze, but I don't want to go out of the chat right now. If my chat is frozen, then you know why I didn't talk to you. Game long, 17 viewers still. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Now we have the Elite Mangudai moving forward towards Jon Snow's space, but there's the castle protecting everything, and there's archer range is now coming up. Elite Skirmisher board Kinaro, Elite Skirmishers for Teutons. Really not the best choice, I guess. They don't have bracers, or I know, but better than nothing. And countering Elite Mangudai and Elite Skirmishers, of course, is an option. Onagers, and the Paladins need to take care of that, and the Elite Skirmishers and Arbalest now following. Good shots here, and Elite Mangudai, and are we going to see Elite Longbowman as well? 5+6 Longbowman, but I think for now it's Arbalest, better production of course. And we have DraCoNT saying let's go back. This is something we cannot fight here. That's 2 castles, the siege workshops, and a lot of units actually. For now the score lead for the Dragon team, but not by a lot. This is a really close game, 46 minutes in, and if that is what the quality of the Titans of Arena tournament is going to be, I will be really happy, because the games have been really good in my opinion. There hasn't been any short game between the two teams, and it always went to at least mid-Imperial Age, so I'm looking forward to the tournament right now, and I'm going to stop the stream after this game actually. You can still watch ToA or the Brothers team then. And for now, we don't see a winner here. Look at the score, it's really close. Elite Mangudai. Ooh, big shot on the Arbalest. Baba boom, going down. And the Elite Skirmishers might be next for DraCoNT, not paying attention for a second or two. And wow, that is huge. Look at this. Honor just taking out so many Elite Skirmishers and Arbalest. DraCoNT lost a lot of units there. Population-wise, we're pretty neck and neck. DraCoNT also starting the trade. I want to see the walls here actually going up and these walls going down. Where's the markets for ToA here? There's 3 markets here. Not the best trade, of course. 40 gold, but it's better than nothing. And this is not a big 3-4 team game where you can go like 100+ gold markets because you have the space, or Black Forest for that. It's still fine. They're still gonna have a good gold income caravan on the way for DraCoNT now, and he's Xing his markets, or Xing actually ToA's trade cards here. Now the Elite Mangudai approaching and are taking down more Elite Skirmishers. Of course, those honest shots helped a lot, and looks like Feanor and Melkor are now concentrating on the left-hand side to actually fight against DraCoNT here. A lot of Elite Skirmishers on the field now for ToA, but they are not gonna be too strong. They're gonna do the job against the Halberdiers, but in the end they will die. DraCoNT and Jon Snow probably need more gold right now. Trade units, 13 for them, 11 for the Brothers here, so both teams are actually starting to trade. We are reaching post-Imperial Age, and we are going to see a lot of arrow fire still with Elite Skirmishers and Elite Longbowmen. No, only Longbowmen on the field, Elite Mangudai as well. Warwolf, really nice upgrade. Love to see that. It's very good against big groups of units, because with that area damage, it just became really OP. It's really funny to see like a group of archers and one trebuchet shot taking down like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them. This castle not being repaired, but there's no need for it, to be honest. And for now, the Brothers looking good. They appear to have map control in the middle, and they have taken the score lead now. Elite Skirmishers only from DraCoNT, it's not going to be enough. You need something other than that. And I guess at this point, with the Elite Mangudai on the field, the Mongols might be the strongest civilization here. No siege rams yet, no Ferraris for Melkor, but he knows there are siege archers waiting on the other side with torsion engines actually, possibly. I'm not sure if DraCoNT did do that upgrade. Low gold for ToA, low everything for Feanor, decent resources for DraCoNT. I want to see if that upgrade is done. Is it torsion engines? I think so. Yes, he did that, giving the Onagers plus 0.5 blast radius, or making it a lot better actually. But there's not so many siege archers on the field. Now 2 more approaching here, and looks like DraCoNT and Jon Snow are getting some map control back. Scout Cavalry 65 HP, 3+6 attack. That's something you only see with the Teutons, I guess. And we have a lot of units waiting now. I want to see if my chat is actually frozen. Let me trip out it for a second. And maybe that's the case here. And go back into the game. I don't think I missed a lot. Elite Skirmishers moving forward again. And we also have... Oh, am I not muting myself? Actually frozen. No, I don't want to have that happening. Better. I hope it's not going into an echo here, or a big echo. But I muted the stream now to not have that echo effect. Ooh, siege archers approaching, but now finally Hussars, 117 HP on the map against the Elite Skirmishers. They're gonna be a really strong 2+2 with 7 attack. That's gonna take like 39 arrows from the Elite Skirmishers to take down 1 Hussar, and that means they're gonna survive quite some time. The siege archers may go down fast. The Elite Mangudai, of course, also good against the siege archers here. On the right hand side, Halberdiers approaching Jon Snow's base. Jon Snow at the same time Elite Skirmishers in the mix of the Halberdiers from Feanor. but the brothers still in a score lead. DraCoNT seems to get a bit more ground again, but he's not getting a lot here, and I think they're waiting for the trade to really go in. We have almost a similar amount of trade cards. We have a really close score, 55 minutes into the game, and I still don't see a winner in this game. Couldn't bet on that, couldn't predict it. Now the Hussars are doing a good job, and I think DraCoNT would do good to also add in some Halberdiers, not only the elite skirmishers, but he may or may not decide on that. We are not going to see any battle elephants in this game, which is a nice change. The option is always there for those Rise of Raja civilizations. But not today, not in this game. On the right hand side, a lot of elite skirmishers. DraCoNT low on gold. We have Melkor low on gold. John's low, 325, that's not a lot. And the trade is not really kicking in. You need a lot more trade cards to have a decent gold income. And I think both teams were a bit late on that. If DraCoNT and Jon Snow are not paying attention, we might see a big upset here. Like, imagine 20 Mangudai, 20 elite Mangudai standing right here in the trade and taking on everything. That would be so devastating. And those 20 Mangudai, that's exactly what we have here. But for now, the brothers are not considering this. I guess maybe they're not thinking about it. We have a lot to do here, and it's not easy to make all good decisions or think of every possibility. And at the same time, ToA also trying to approach the markets. Again, there's two paladins standing around doing nothing. That's a waste, but what can you do? And we have not a lot of fights right now. It feels like everybody is waiting to get more military units, more gate, more gold income, and more trade, more gold income, and then try to fight. Actually, Feanor is the first to move forward, but there is the Hussars and Elite Mangudai approaching DraCoNT's base, and it's again only Elite Skirmishers, a few Arbalists, that's not enough. He needs Paladin, and not Paladin Cell, but yes, for God's sake, you saw the Hussars, why are not going to counter them? DraCoNT, not with the best decisions here in my opinion, and Feanor on the right hand side also gaining some ground, so right now they're looking to be a little bit better, and DraCoNT is really low on resources, 160 villagers, so technically he's fully boomed, but he cannot get a lot of gold in. Let me actually check. The 75 market gold for the brothers, 29 here. What is that about? 29, 26. Not sure why this one is 75. Because I'm DraCoNT's point of view. Sorry for that. DraCoNT is getting like 37 to 40, I guess. Melkor, how much do you get for one trade card? 66. That's better actually. So they have the bigger trade line or the longer trade line. Right hand side, Feanor is facing a few onagers, but he's taking out that castle. Left hand side, actually, Elite Mangudai and Hussars now moving in, and they can see the trade right now. There's only that one TC, not so many villages around. Yes, that's what's happening. Melkor is stopping right now, and he's going to be take down a lot of those trade cards actually with Elite Mangudai. He could have even gotten in here, that would have been a lot better in my opinion, but not necessary for now. We have like 80 military units against 65 in favor of the brothers here, and a few of those trade cards actually going down. That's 50 almost against something below 40 trade cards. Difference is not so big. Elite skirmishers inside Feanor's base, they could actually do a little bit damage to the trade cards as well, but I think Feanor will be able to deal with that. And the trebuchets from Feanor taking out a lot of the buildings that Jon Snow built forward. I'm surprised to still not see any walls here. The scout calves won't be too good over time. It's like half HP compared to the Hussars from the Mongols here. And Jon Snow not getting enough military units gathered in one spot. I guess that's still Elite Skirmishers going down. Where is his military units? Not so many paladins. Feanor still low on gold, probably spending everything. The Hussars now helping out, and DraCoNT resources now looking okayish. He's got a few Arbalists on the field again. He is going to be able to get a few siege units if he wants to. These resources looking decent. Feanor low. We have Jon Snow. Good wood, good food, but not so much gold again. And he's getting pushed here. He's actually trying to get more military buildings and gathering his army. And Melkor in the end, not so much gold right now, but he's producing Elite Mangudai and Hussars, and that's good for him. So he will be fine in that regard. Hussars moving to the right hand side now. And this is a good fight, I think, for the brothers, because DraCoNT is not around to help. And with those Hussars, 117 HP, that are pretty tanky, they will be able to do a good amount of damage to Jon Snow's army. And they might even be able to raid the trade a little bit again. Drill and siege rams finally coming in for Melkor. I didn't think of that, but that's a good idea. And with siege rams approaching, as long as DraCoNT has no siege archers on the field, those siege rams will be so good. Yeah, Translow actually saying bad. It's not looking good for them right now. Score lead now 2k4 almost, and it looks like the brothers have a lot more military units on the field. Maybe it's not the case, but it's 100 plus. And we have also 100 for the Dragon team, but 50 against like 70 trade cards and better against 65. We know that the brothers should have better gold income. Maybe they have worse trade, need something. No, the trade for them is actually better, I think, because Terra needed the markets right here. And DraCoNT probably, yeah, but the woodline is right now, so they should actually consider and replace the markets. Gold, yeah, everybody needs gold. Now DraCoNT gave some gold to Terra, but Terra is still losing. There's just too many units on the field right now. Terra cannot get the production he needs. What is he actually doing? He's still creating elite skirmishers and paladins, but he doesn't have siege. And I think, imagine now heavy scorpions in the mix. Against City Longway, not so good. Against anything else, they might be decent, or a few more archers. But archers need to be microed, and that's not easy when there are so many hussars on the field. And there's the elite Mangedai taking down the trade. Look at the number of trade cards. That's now 30 for the Dragon team. That's not going to last for long. We can't win their civs imposed him, let's call it. I guess that's just going to be the GG. Very good game, the brothers in the end winning it. Elite Mangedai and Hussars too strong for the Mongols. The siege rams not even approaching yet. Actually Melkor is preparing that siege ram train, I guess, and I don't think we're going to see it because this seems to be GG. There's just too many trade cards going down at 70 against the trade cards 14, and that means no gold for the Dragon team. The brothers are going to win this one. Really interesting games in my opinion. They might play more, but I'm not going to be around. I'm going to stop the stream now after this game is finished. I hope you enjoyed this stream. Yes. I hope you enjoyed the games on YouTube once they're up there, and DraCoNT, I think, just confirming, let's call it GG. Very nice games from all 4 players. DraCoNT resigned, I guess I can go back there. I hope you enjoyed these. I hope I can stream maybe next week. I cannot promise anything. And I hope to see you on YouTube on the Showmatch stream on Sunday, which I will put on AOE now finally. I'll prepare that and put it up. Maybe I can get it on the front page, I don't know. Need to ask PKC for that, or is there any other option there? And looks like they might play more. No, actually DraCoNT leaving, and that means the players are done as well. So see ya on YouTube, see you on the next games, on the next streams. Hope you enjoyed this. Next time, GG.